everyone.
Hello.
Hi. In my presentation today, I will share a piece of knowledge related to second language assessment. So I hope after this presentation you will know something about it, especially the purpose of second language assessment and some principles of good assessment and some practices. So first of all, could you tell me when you heard the word assessment, what occurred to you? A test, yes.
Yeah, about a test and quiz.
Yeah, testing is the most widely used assessment for in assessment field. But it's not, assessing is not all about testing. And there can be formal tests and informal tests. Like today, do you think this is formal or informal?
Informal.
Yeah, so a formal test would be
Like the SAT or ACT.
yeah, definitely. And there are some other types like formative testing and summative testing. Have you ever heard of that? Yes. So could you tell me something about that?
So formative testing is testing where you are learning specific things building up to a comprehensive exam, which is the summative exam. So formative is a piece of the whole, whereas summative is the whole.
Yes, the formative assessment means the teachers assess the students during the process, and the summative assessing normally happens at the end of the semester and to assess the whole thing, the whole semester. And then, do you think it's necessary for teachers to assess their students?
Yes, very much so.
And why? Yeah, to learn everything.
They just make sure you achieve what you wanted to achieve, whether they learned it or not. But that did you achieve what you wanted to in that?
So teachers use assessment to test to value the teaching and of course the learning. And to assess, so we're talking about second language assessment. So do you think what's the purpose of language assessment? It's not it's about language. It's just second language. What teachers test in the language classroom?
You have to do the language.
Yes. So that's the language confidence or language proficiency. And so in order to assess a student's language proficiency, there are normally 4 aspects of a language. Have you ever taken a second language class? Yes. So how do your teacher assess you? Do you remember? Yes.
We would do like writing exams, or we get a piece of paper that were written in Spanish, and we have to read it back and translate what we read. We did things where, like on one of my Spanish classes, our final exam time, we were to a restaurant. Do everything in Spanish. Like we had to order our food in Spanish, have conversations with our classmates at the table in Spanish. The waiters that worked there knew that we were not consuming English, so they were evaluating us as well as our classroom perspective. So it was really cool.
Okay, so from Whitney, learning experience, the teacher gave like 2 kinds of assessment. The first one is like test paper. Especially we call the D-squared test. It means the test is testing the one item by item, the grammar, the vocabulary, the translation, item by item. And the other one is going to the restaurant to use the language. That is the integrated learning of the language. So now I want you to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of each.
Well, the written part is just you. So like you can, it's just memorization. So you can't really prove if you know how to use it. You just prove that you
Understand.
You just regurgitate the memorized word or whatever. But if it's a physical test, like the example of going to a restaurant, then it sort of like proves that you literally are understanding what's being said and there's an exchange. So you can tell that there's understanding.
I would feel a little bit more. Look back, which is what I look at there.
it's not necessary at all to give the discrete text, like to test the grammar or vocabulary. It's not necessary at all.
I think it depends on the situation. The reason behind a lot of the science related. I think it was just like a conversational class, maybe not necessarily needing the paper text testing, but like if you were going to go to the Spanish teacher, I think you would need to make sure that you understand the grammar side of it as well as being able to use it. I think it's harder than you have to know.
And for the discrete testing, actually there's one big advantage of it. Like the level of difficulty can be arranged. Like for the beginners, they cannot communicate because they didn't have enough vocabulary or enough subject. They have to begin this kind of test. But of course, there are a lot of people that there's no contact, their communication skills even get practice, so it's not good. And how about also for the interpretive testing, there are also sometimes materials maybe the content may not appropriate. Like maybe people if you go to a Spanish restaurant, it's often the same. The eating habits are the same. So maybe it's not all the language, it's something related to some culture, culture. Okay, next I will share some. Okay, if there are other people have some recommended learning experience to share with them.
I don't think I really agree with the structure. I know before I went to Mexico, I learned simple words so that I could, because we were immersed in a fishing community, so it wasn't like a camp, and I needed to learn how to say Daniels, the Russian is very important. So I learned on my own certain words, but it wasn't like a structure.
So teachers cannot just use that one. About listening to the French class,
all the days she played a lot of and she was with German. She was a lot of German. She was I didn't learn anything. And I think it was good. She was one of the law. Like,
and no quicker there.
Hello.
Is there some practicing method your French teacher use?
Yes, I use writing, and I don't use it.
There's some pen, paper, pencil and paper test.
Right.
Is there some like conversation testing? So I guess so. I would still can still remember some. We cannot say Okay, so from your from Jess's learning experience, I really think assessment matters. If there's no assessment, how good maybe they won't get motivation to learn.
Right.
So we really need this. So and also I believe in your learning experiences with your language teachers assess you maybe with the paper they provide the kind of stuff. And there are some standardized tests like SAT, ACT, TOEFL, of course. So I wanted to talk about the advantages of using standardized tests. Yes,
I guess if there's a standardized test, the problem is that then assumes that all of the teachers are teaching the same thing the same way, or that all the students understand that at the same level. And so my Spanish teacher may have been different from Spanish. Like the Spanish teacher in North Carolina that I took from the Philippines may have been different if her Spanish teacher was teaching Spanish from Spain. And so if there's one standardized test for Spanish or foreign language, assume wrongly that everyone who is taught that language is taught the same thing, or taught, even in Spanish, for example, there's the formal from one country and then the informal from another country. So it might not necessarily be the same. It wouldn't match up.
Okay, like ACT or AP, have you taken AP courses before? So do you think that test is fair enough to get good at that?
Again, I feel when it comes to standardized testing in general, regardless of no matter what area it's in, I feel like it all depends on where we all taught the same thing. Because my AP English in high school could be completely different than the AP English you had in high school in North Carolina. And even when it comes to like the same guys like ACT and SAT, depending on what type of school you want to see, what the focus was, how they taught you, and even just things that have nothing to do with school, like with students that are in very poor areas, and they're not worried about school, they're worried about what am I going to eat next? Who cares if I get on the ACT, really put me down to take the test, and I don't know if they're necessarily the same advantage as everybody else. Their teachers are trying to make sure they come to school alive, they don't do when they leave, they have all of their extended factors that they're worried about. If they're very affluent neighborhood where they have everything they need, they've got ample resources, or they might do that better than they consider things. I'm sorry to say.
Right, yes, everyone has to decide. Like the good thing is, everybody has the same standard. You can know where you are compared with other people. However, your poor region, because students cannot have enough access to the knowledge and the education sources, so they may fail the standardized test. And also, the key advantages of standardized tests are encourages teaching to the test, especially in China, like the college entrance examination of English part, the English part, there's no speaking test. We only have the students listening, reading, and writing, no speaking. So that in my teaching experience, we never teach speaking skills, how to do the conversations like that, because they won't be tested. Why not? Why not teach them? It will be a waste of time. So we will encourage teaching to the test. And also for some students, they are very poor at exams. They will get very nervous. They cannot do a good job on the exam. However, they know everything, but they're just poor at examination. So that's not fair. It cannot reflect the true ability of the test taker. However, I think standardized tests have some good points, like it's reliable. The test has been examined a lot of times by a lot of methods, by the experts. So it can be reliable. And also, it can help the schools or the educators to determine what they should do more to improve their student ability in order to reach some level of that language proficiency. Okay, then I will talk about, just now we'll talk about some practices, maybe from problematic language, fake language assessment. Now I want to tell you something about the principles of the student assessment. What is a student assessment? What is a student assessment? There are 5 principles. The first one is practicality. It means the doability in terms of test. It can be done in different places. And the second one is reliability. So the test itself should be reliable. Like no matter when you test the results should be similar. And the third is the validity. It should be valid. And the test should test what should be tested. Like you said, object is first, and the test will measure exactly what you want to measure. And like you want to assess a student's language proficiency in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Then the test paper, or no matter what test score you do, will actually evaluate the objectives of your instruction. And the next one is authenticity, means especially language assessment. Those activities or test items on the paper should be real life learning. those, because if you didn't, especially in language, the skills have to be used in real life. If those skills cannot be used in real life, then it's useless. And the last one is flashback, it means feedback. A good assessment can provide really good feedback for both the teachers and the learner. Teachers can improve themselves, be better teachers based on analysis of the data. And students can learn from those too, because they will know which part they miss, which part they fail, and they can do a better job. Okay, I will. There's 5 criteria here. It's hard to meet all of them. However, there's one curriculum I think is helpful. Meet the 5 criteria, so I will explain more. So the total test there are 4 parts. If you have never taken one, it's for international students. So there are listening, speaking, reading, and writing tests. So each skill is tested on the paper. And then there are a lot of there are grammar skills, and we have a lot of vocabulary in the test. And for the first principle, practicality, and now in China, almost every big city we provide, which you can take most of the big cities in China. So I think it's done by the universities, however, it's held by universities. It's practical. And the second principle is reliable. The test paper, the total test paper have been examined by a lot of experts, especially university experts. And the third one is, I also for the reliability. No matter what, when I was preparing for the test, no matter when I take the test paper, my scores are similar in a short period of time. But of course, if you prepare for a long time period of like 1 year, then your scores will be higher. But in a short period of time, it's not possible. And the next one is validity, and because it has really the 4 skills of a language speaker. So those skills are really real life ones. And especially the TOEFL test is aimed at the international students who want to study in college. So from the reading part, the articles are about some subjects, some courses from the university course. Exactly the same course, if you will take the test taker will take in the future. And the listening part, most of them are like how to use the library resources and what kind of problems happen on campus, where we can get information from. So those are real authentic. And finally, it's the feedback. So after taking that examination, the test takers will know which part they should pay more attention and make more effort on that. For me, I think the writing part for me, I got a low score on the writing part because I didn't write a lot. So I know I have to write more articles, read more articles to get a better score. Okay, finally, so now I want you to, now you are language teachers and you are teaching international students. So what kind of method do you use? That's how we focus on practice and some methods. So, but first you have to define the level of your students, any level. You just define, you have to choose one, and then you decide what kind of method you will use and why you use that type of method. Okay, so I'm going to think about it and then give it a yeah. We are not ready to of course, it depends on you. It depends on you. We want to focus on what kind of method we will use to assess them.
I think for like if you were teaching English, I think it would be a good idea to like show elementary students to like a cafeteria, and you have to basically immerse them into teaching that second language, which is simple things to say, simple things to say to people like saying food and things like that. And how do you be immersed in that second language in that particular area? And maybe have it be over a period of like 6 weeks. Instead of just writing what they're learning, they have more action and they can put an item and the words in.
So what if you will take them into a restaurant to see whether they can use it?
It would be just cafeteria. I would keep it there on campus. I wouldn't take it to a restaurant.
Okay, so a cafeteria and whether they can use certain vocabulary or certain structures.
Okay. This was very simple things like food and simple phrases.
Okay, so I want to reconsider this three lessons. That's out of body one, we have more. What else?
I think we would have to do some form of testing because the English language especially, we have so many words that sound the same, and they all mean different things. So like there, and there. I just said 3 different words in my head, but you heard one word. Right? And so I think for English especially, we're going to have to be talking to them. We're going to have to test them on their visual understanding of the way the word looks and stuff.
I think that is our small. I mean, you don't know the language at all. You're going to have to learn how to read it, write it, speak it. Well, the first thing is probably to look on our ABCs and what these letters look like, and how to put words together. And start small. Maybe I don't know.
If they fail, what would you do?
I mean, I'm not thinking we're failing if you're learning a brand new language. I think we have to do communication. They're not going to try to help you understand or figure out where you got lost or what you didn't understand. So, remediate them and give them a chance to try it again. The English language, for example, is very complicated. If you just gave us that example there. Oh, bring it there, so all kinds of things. And how do you know that you're being able to do that context? And you can talk about it. But then when you write it, you choose the right one.
Okay, so how about you? Yeah, like they are the beginners, they only know A, B, C, D, they only know letters, so what would you have? What would you do?
I think what is showing that the younger ones, I think Nancy is going to be able to with that knowing the actual words behind it and write it with all 3 seconds. And that would be effective. If you have an apple, a person say, this is the apple. Apple. Let's write down the word apple. This is what it looks like when you write it. You have to find something to say. Here it is.
Also, too, like maybe depending on the page, you could also maybe ask the learner, if you're good at hearing it and saying it, then you need to focus our assessment on writing it. Because if it's a teenager or an adult who's been through formal education in their home country, here, then there might be some differences in, so there might be some benefit in asking the learner depending on the age. Like if you tell me that you can read English, but you're bad at speaking English, well then let's focus our assessment on what you're reading on.
It's probably going to have to have a baseline assessment and we try to figure out
Okay, finally I will share my teaching experience. I think I am a typical Chinese English teacher, because in China, I teach high school, most high school teachers, they do a lot of paper, pencil tests. like, after a period of time, like 1 week or 2 weeks, we'll give them exam. Like after we finish one student for one module of the textbook, the students will get it. Well, the test items on the paper are vocabulary, grammar, and some kind of structures on that paper. And after 2 months, after 1 month, they will be given a test. Each month, they will be given like 1 test. And then midterm and final. And after each semester, we will give them the whole city, the whole city. We will give them, we will give the students standardized by the city government, because to make sure that each school in each school in each region has achieved certain level. So those standards have given us a lot of feedback, especially for the school leaders to make decisions on that. So the purpose, the ultimate goal, the ultimate purpose of assessment is to make decisions. Whether they achieve something, they can be enrolled to certain levels of school, and make the decision for the teachers to decide, like what we're doing today. Dr. Ripley will decide whether we pass it or not. So the ultimate goal is to make decisions. Okay, so in my presentation we talked about the purpose of language assessment and some principles of good language assessment. What are the good language assessment? Practicality, reliability, competency, and feedback. And we learn some promising good practices like the so-called practice. I hope in the future you can use something of this. So thank you. Thank you.